Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection, where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice. This is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. Today is Wednesday, Wise Wednesday. A wise woman once said, enjoy your Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I hope everyone is having a fabulous morning out there in Radio Land. Our family and friends on TikTok, I want to say good evening. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I hope you guys are having a great evening as we record the morning show for WKRA 92.7 The Change. Yes, it is Wise Wednesday, and we're going to talk about some things that need to be talked about. Today is how's your mental, and our topic today is child abuse prevention. We've heard so much about children being harmed lately, and we know that man with the rotten hands and his homeboys and homegirls have hurt many children along the over the years. That's the best way to put it, over the years. And that's a form of abuse. Yes, that not even a form, that is child abuse, and along with many other things that I could name, but but we all know what it is, and today we're going to talk about it. We're going to get some knowledge from our resident counselor. I'm not sure if Mrs. Jack will be back with us just yet. She's still in mourning. We're going to say a prayer for her so that she can heal. Losing a parent is the hardest thing that you will do outside of losing a child. So many prayers to our sister. We're here for you whenever you're ready. Okay, so today, here's your reminder to drink your 16 ounces of water, take your morning medication, take your vitamins, and of course, eat you a delicious breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so make sure you make it worth it. With that being said, let's hear some worth it affirmations from my little sister, my girl, Miss Morningstar, the affirmation queen. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. How are you? Why do you make that face when I do that?
No, I'm sorry. Good morning, everybody. I'm making a face because there's some lawn care services going on outside the door, and it may pick up on the radio. So if y'all pick up on that, it's just some lawn care services going on. I'm like, really? Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, y'all. We almost there someday.
Halfway there.
Y'all know how I feel about it. Halfway mark. So this is one of my favorite days of the week. Wednesdays and Fridays. Because Wednesdays, we almost to the end of the road. So, yes.
Mine is Fridays and Saturdays. Let's be clear.
I adore Fridays and Saturdays. And Sundays, I love Sundays because Sundays just go so fast. But it's like my day to really, get everything done.
Yeah.
And catch up on some good shows, too, if I can. So
yes.
I enjoy Sundays as well. But let's get into these affirmations, y'all. I had a little itch in my finger, and I said, I must got some money coming or something. Ooh, I don't know. And
that.
So I said, let's do an affirmation to attract money, because we don't like money. Okay, we don't like a little bit of money.
Little change.
Got to speak that thing into existence. Okay, because we can't be claiming broke. I mean, we got to be out here claiming. I know that we getting robbed. Okay. We are getting robbed by the United States government, but let's speak some affirmations to attract money. effectively, using affirmations by focusing on abundance, gratitude, and a positive money mindset, such as money flows through me easily and effortlessly. And I'm a magnet for wealth. Like, say those things. Sometimes they say speak it into existence. I do believe in that. Sometimes you got to keep saying it. So constantly repeating those things can help rewire what's in your brain and make you start maybe saving better, or making sure you are appropriating your bills properly with percentages, and make sure you pay yourself. Every time you get paid, you got to pay you too.
Absolutely.
You did all the work. So manifesting these, it's called like it's like the law of attraction, they said. And it becomes more and more popular as you repeat these things and you continue to manifest them in your everyday. So let's talk about some inspirational affirmations that you can use daily to try to make your pockets better. Okay. I welcome divine inspiration into my life, and I'm listening and watching for what inspires me. It is possible for financial prosperity to flow to me effortlessly and consistently. Every day, I am learning how to become more financially secure and abundant. I am grateful for the wealth that is constantly entering my current life, and more is possible. Yes. My life is a reflection of my choice. I see my life as an abundance. I am attracting opportunities that increase my financial prosperity. I am deeply grateful for the financial blessings I currently have, and for those that are on their way to me, because y'all got to claim it. Every day, I express gratitude for my growing financial prosperities, even if it's just mental wealth at the moment. So you can mentally claim 20,000 tomorrow in your bank, but positive, you might only have 100, but I'm just saying, you're going to claim that 20. You never know what can happen. I am thankful for the steady income that supports my comfortable lifestyle. My gratitude for my wealth attracts even more abundance into my life. I am grateful for the freedom to pursue my passions and dreams. I am patient, knowing that money flows to me at the perfect moment. And it does. Had that ever happened to y'all? I hate to cut off in the middle of affirmations, but have y'all ever went to the mailbox and you didn't know you was part of a lawsuit and you get $50 checks? That happened to me twice this month.
I love it. Where's my AT&T? Where's my money? Speaking of which,
Huntington Bank. Have you ever heard of that? I had them a long time ago back in Ohio. Yeah. I got cut a check. I was like, okay, I didn't know.
Okay.
I am patient, knowing that money flows to me at the perfect moment. I said that. Believe in divine timing and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. See, divine timing. I let go of any anxiety around money and trust that it is already on its way to me. Those are your money affirmations, y'all. Let's get that money. Let's get it. Let's get it today.
And let's get it legally. Unlike some other people who are trying to circumvent and do it their way. Let's do it the legal way. Of course. We'll get into what I'm talking about shortly. But until then, let's jump into the weather. Today, Holly Springs, you have a high of, first, let me back up. Thank you, Miss Morningstar, for those affirmations, those money affirmations. They're always good to hear. And I pray many financial blessings on everyone that can hear my voice. All right, now let's get into the weather. Holly Springs, today you have a high of 84, a low of 65, feels like 82 during the day, 65 at night with a 5% chance of rain. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Today it's going to be partly cloudy, yet it's going to be a beautiful day. Humidity will be moderate during the day and high at night. So if you take allergy medication, you might want to look into that. Memphis, Tennessee. Today you have a high of 86, a low of 68. Feels like 84 during the day, 70 at night, with a 4% chance of rain. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Again, a partly cloudy day, and humidity will be moderate all day long. Holly Springs and Memphis, Tennessee residents, please get outside and enjoy today, please. Next, we have H-Town, Houston, hot Houston, Houston, Texas. Today, we have a high of 84, low of 70. Feels like 84 during the day, 73 at night, with a 24% chance of rain. It's going to be cloudy pretty much all day. The clouds should burn off by the afternoon, late or early evening, and late afternoon, early evening. Let me say that right. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Humidity will be high during the day, very high at night. And that is your weather for this Wise Wednesday. And yes, Melba, we are in the 80s, and you guys are in the 80s as well. That's good for Connecticut. You guys are experiencing some of the spring weather. There's nothing like spring. Spring and fall, my favorite time of the year. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this news that you can use. All right, Miss Morningstar, since we're talking about money, let me ask you, $6.3 billion. Stephen Miller, where's our money at? 6.3 billion with a B was transferred out of the Federal Reserve into an offshore account and then transferred to 4 other accounts. So when I hear that the Treasury is insolvent, could it be because people have their hands in the cookie jar, stealing our money?
That's exactly what it is.
Uh-huh. And
That's
Stephen
exactly.
Miller, why didn't you answer any of those questions when you were asked by Congress yesterday, where is the money, LaShandra?
He got it.
Yes.
They all got it. And that's only what we caught so far.
So far, that's all we've caught.
Hmm.
And Ted Lieu was questioning him, and it was like maybe 5 minutes he refused to answer. And I don't understand.
He timed it.
He timed it. I don't understand how anybody in the U.S. government can go to the Treasury Department, and you are over what department? What is he? Over Homeland Security? And you go to the Treasury Department and you steal $6.3 billion.
Billion, y'all. Offshore
accounts
in the Cayman Islands.
Where's our money?
Remember I talked about how our dollar is dropping, the value of our money?
Yeah.
It makes you really start to think like, y'all moving money out of the country. What are y'all prepping for?
Why are y'all prepping for it? What are you prepping for, and why are you prepping for it? And I need to understand why Stephen Miller isn't in handcuffs right now.
That
you
part.
Robbed the American taxpayer. Those are that every time you pay taxes, every time you get a paycheck, you pay taxes. Every time you pay property taxes on your home, you're paying taxes. Every time you purchase anything, you're paying taxes. So all that money for every U.S. citizen goes into the Treasury. And this man that looks like a little dweeb with the giant mega mind head,
Pee-wee German,
walked right into the Federal Reserve and stole $6.3 billion, and nobody is doing anything. I don't understand it. But her emails seems to have lost its luster. You are absolutely correct, Melba.
No Vaseline is how we are getting done.
Bent over.
No Vaseline, y'all. No lubricant. Just raw.
Just straight. And it is not okay.
It's not.
How do you take $6.3 billion from the American people and nobody's, well, of course, Congress, the Democrats want to know, where's our money? However, the Republicans aren't saying anything. So are you complicit? Are you getting a cut? Right, Stacey? Where is the money, LaShandra? I have questions.
Kitty, this is why it
I don't
is
want to pay my
so
taxes
important that we get out here
and
and we
vote.
vote. Because the only way that this is going to be bust wide open is if we get democratic democracy
Control.
in the office
Yeah.
to go ahead and bust this wide open. Because this is a heist, okay?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, y'all. We are under a heist. We like this. We have
Yes.
control. We can't do anything. Our hands are up. It's a heist. We are being robbed right in our face
And abused.
and abused, and it's a stick up for
It's a
real.
stick up. And it's ridiculous that we even have to report on this. I don't understand it. I don't understand how somebody
Angel.
who can walk in and take $6.3 billion. Angel said this should be all over the news. You are absolutely correct. But the only place we see it is on social media. You can even Google it. And when you Google it, there's not an article about Stephen Miller being questioned by Congress, but there's all kinds of articles of people talking about it on social media. And then JD Vance has an anti-fraud task force that uncovered $6.3 billion in contracts that were going to potentially fraudulent businesses. Yeah, check Stephen Miller.
Right in
you
your
ain't gotta look far.
Right in your face.
I mean, all you got to do is call him, JD. I know you got his number. If you don't know where your phone is at, look in between the couch cushions. Pick up the phone and call and tell him to put our money back. And then, the FBI is going to investigate or whatever. But we got crooked eye, crooked letter, cash app, cash tail.
Google eye.
He's not going to do anything. So tomorrow is tax day. Tomorrow is April 15th, where we're supposed to pay our taxes. Oh, really? Who's going to pay taxes? For them to steal it? I don't condone in thievery. I'm not going to actually allow you to just steal from me. No.
Request my extension.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and request several extensions.
I'm gonna need a couple of extensions.
I'm gonna need some extensions.
The bottom of this.
Mm-hmm.
This
You're right,
set
Stacey.
me off. My whole attitude. I was already on the fence, but this just took me over the fence. Like, what? In our face?
How about everybody I'm not going to tell people not to pay their taxes. I'm just going to say, make your own judgment and extension. I'm going to extend it until we get a new president and a new administration. And I can't give my money. I'm not in the business of giving my money away.
We got to stand for something, or we going to fall for anything.
Every day.
Stand for something, y'all. Take a stand. What, they going to come after all of us? They can't get all of us.
They cannot.
They can't. We way bigger than them.
Yes. It's more of us than them. Yes, I'm with your husband, Stacey. Look, me and my household, I don't condone in people stealing money.
I don't blame them.
Now, you stole $6.3 billion, but you don't want to feed children breakfast and lunch.
Or help people get seen at the doctor.
Yes. Let me break it. The $6.3 billion is gone, but we don't have healthcare, universal healthcare. $6.3 billion is gone in Stephen Miller's pocket. But they're touching Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid.
Yep.
But $6.3 billion is where? And the government is insolvent because of what? Because we let a big head person who really and truly needs to be in somebody's prison put his grubby little hands, because they little, just like frumpies, on our money. How do we get our money back? That's what I want to know. Somebody, look, somebody call Jack Smith. Call Jack Smith. I mean,
what do y'all think Doge was doing this whole? I mean, when Doge first came into play, that they was prepping prepping the work so they can steal everybody's information, sell it to whoever they were selling it to, giving it to them, whatever. It was some type of quid pro quo payoff. I ain't stupid. They didn't do nothing. They ain't cut no waste. They didn't cut nothing.
Waste, fraud, and abuse.
That was wording. That was a distraction to take us off key while they rob everybody, while we're in the stick up, right? We in the stick up and they sitting there taking money, a little pinching it off. You know, Stephen Miller went hard, he went home. He 6.3 billion. He said,
billion.
I'm gonna go hard.
I'm gonna go hard.
And then when I ask the question, I'm gonna sit there like a mute
and not say anything. Just clench my jaw. Clenching your jaw, baby. The way I would.
He did that before in the live interview too. I remember it was a few years. It was during the first Trump administration. He had got asked some real questions that could have probably, and got him indicted or whatever. And he went silent. It was on Ari Miller's show. Is it Ari Miller? It was on Ari's show on MS Now. It used to be called MSC, but now it's called MS Now. He went silent like a mute. So I know that's his character when he called.
Yeah. My thing is, and I'm going to say it and I'm going to keep saying it, I don't see myself paying for Stephen Pee Wee German Miller to take my money.
No.
The Federal Reserve is insolvent. America, girl, you in trouble. Fight back.
Please.
Everybody, I mean, I can't tell y'all what to do, but it sounds like to me, if it were me, for me and my household, an extension until we get a new president. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to pay. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pay it. Because why should I?
I can't pay it.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. My conscience won't allow me to let you rob me blind. Let's take a quick commercial break, sis. Okay. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. I want you guys to really think about what we're saying here. This administration has stolen our money, and they got a short dwarf who has stolen $6.3 billion, and they want us to pay taxes tomorrow. I don't know about y'all, but it's a no for me. We'll be right back.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingandTrainingServices.com.
Do you relate to the...
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing, it's a movement. Our comfortable confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Well, welcome back. I know we talked about Pee Wee German and we're talking about money, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit, Miss Morningstar. First, I want to give my condolences. There's a former Cleveland City Councilman, Ohio State Rep Bill Patman. He died at the age of 80. And I want to say thank you for your service. My heart and prayers go out to the family. I know that that is your hometown. And I want to send my condolences.
Thank you for that. Yeah, Bill
Yes.
Paxton, he was a I remember his name vaguely within being active in the community. Very
Of service, a man of service. And that's what we look for. That's what we want, a man of service. Being a positive influence into the community, not stealing $6.3 billion. I'm not gonna let it go, y'all. I can't.
I got something too about when we talking about the community. Yeah.
Go ahead, sis.
So I know y'all heard about DoorDash grandma.
Girl, get into it.
So let's just say this. First of all, if you got a DoorDash account, cancel it. Okay, don't get them none of y'all money. So DoorDash driver who found herself in the national spotlight while delivering McDonald's to Trump's Oval Office was no random carrier, okay? So DoorDash has confirmed that the 58-year-old grandmother of 10 from Fayetteville, Arkansas, was a PR stunt. It was a PR stunt.
Of course it was.
They wanted to try to promote, no taxes on tips policy,
commemorating.
Yeah, commemorate the first anniversary of this. You got to get the heck out of here. And plus, her videos came up that she had did previous interviews because she's a Trump fan. But the whole fake PR, corny, I'm like, you cannot take this administration serious at all. They are so unserious. Kamala said it. He is a very unserious man. He is.
Unserious and unstable.
And DoorDash, how dare you? Bye.
I don't think I can't blame DoorDash unless they're supporting this. But that lady, I mean, they may have confirmed it, but my thing is, she said she was driving DoorDash to help with the expenses because her husband is battling cancer, and last I checked, the administration they canceled research for cancer patients.
Hello.
Why
you 58 and gotta work DoorDash, grandma of 10, to make ends meet, but you loving on Dirty Diaper Don?
We have some questions in the comments on TikTok. Stacy wants to know, did she have teeth?
Baby. Now, Stacy, she ain't had no teeth. She probably had some caps in there. Those were her teeth. You can look at them and tell.
Stacy is childish, and then
Stacy knows she had no teeth.
Angel said probably not because she has no health care. y'all childish. Y'all real
Riding
childish on
too.
TikTok tonight. But
And
I can understand.
You should see her, y'all. Go
Stacy said she didn't see any tops or bottoms. I don't know, Stacy. I don't know. The lady kept pushing her head. You know, she wouldn't look directly at the camera, probably because she know, them grandchildren gonna be like, why are you out here supporting him? And we over here having to change Papa's diaper and help him. And you should be at home taking care of your husband. Girl.
They over there on struggle food, and she out here door dashing some French fries, which I wish it was extra grease on them fries.
You know, that's what I was about to say. Maybe she's doing the Lord's work. You know, give him extra cholesterol, please. You know,
an extra side of grease.
Put that salt on there, okay? That's all I'm saying. Help him out.
Thing on there. Have fun with it. Have fun with it.
Have fun with it. One more thing before we get into today's topic. Pam Bondi could face contempt charges over Epstein testimony after failing to show up for deposition.
Yesterday, right?
Didn't I think that Hunter Biden had to show up for a deposition.
Yeah, he did.
I think that Hillary Clinton had to show up for a deposition.
Yeah, sure did.
I think that Bill Clinton had to show up for a deposition.
Absolutely.
But all of a sudden, Pam bleach blonde blondie, lock her up.
Lock her up.
Lock her up. All the things that they've screamed for years always pertains to them.
Arrest
always.
her.
Yeah. Arrest would be nice. I'm just saying if we're going by the law, but I don't know, because folks can steal $6.3 billion and still walk around like it's nothing.
You hit it right on the head, Kitty. They are who they complain about. They exactly
every time.
Everything they complain about is who they are.
Every single time. You know, a hit dog will holler. That's what my mama used to say. A hit dog will holler, and they are screaming. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring up our sister Nikki and get into this conversation tonight about child abuse prevention. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Nick.
Hey,
honey.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good. I'm trying to enjoy the weather, but it's on some other stuff right now.
Well, every time we talk about it, I'm gonna tell you move to Texas. I'm just gonna keep
what's going over there. I'm just curious.
Well, it was like 70 something over the weekend, and then starting the week out nice. Then it started raining. Now the temperature, it was 60, 65 today, and then it's going to go down from here, and it's going to be snowing. It's going to snow on Saturday and Sunday in the 40s. And then next week it's going to be 84. Like, this is crazy.
Bipolar. It's bipolar.
This is crazy.
It's like that in Cleveland, too, because I was just talking to my parents. They like, it's just 1 minute it's 80, then next thing you know, it's 30. Like, what?
I'm going to keep my winter coat and my hat on even when it's 80, because I'm not trying to be sick. I can't keep going back. My body's like, I can't keep doing this. Make up your mind. It's time.
Make up your mind, please.
Yeah. That's brutal.
Powerful Black woman said it's 80 in Kalamazoo, and it's 80 in Connecticut. So we're having a hot streak right now.
Heat wave.
It sounds like across the country. However, y'all, it sounds like y'all got snow coming. That's childish.
Yeah, and then we had a tornado. We had a tornado warning yesterday, and now towards the end of the week we're gonna have some snow. So I'm hoping that it changes his mind about the snow. I'm over it. I'm so over it.
Okay.
No. But if you lived in Texas, you wouldn't have to deal with any of that. I'm just gonna keep putting that out there.
That's true.
True.
Until we get the family down here, I'm gonna keep reminding y'all.
I know that's Texas. Right. I'm on all my folks. Let's take over.
Yes, let's take over. Takeover of Texas.
I'm on it.
Okay. So today's topic is child abuse prevention. And I'm glad we're talking about this. I feel like our kids are getting a horrible rap that, it's always been crazy. If you think about it, even back in the day, they didn't even consider some of the things that were abuse. Yet, you know, they let it slide. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and take over, sis. I am here to learn.
Yes. So I felt so this month again is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. It's like 50 million things going on this month, but that's one of them. And so I thought we thought this would be a good topic because like this administration is bringing all this stuff back. You know what I mean? Like this has been something that people are not talking about anymore. Things that are happening with these babies, you know, people are turning a blind eye to it. Nobody's saying anything. And more, we're getting all this backhand stuff with people saying that people in the administration have done this or people in the Senate have done that to the baby. So I thought this was a good day to talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's unfortunate, but you know, here we are. And I think Chanel bracelets should be passed out for all of them. But go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead.
Yes. So the first part, I just want to talk about kind of what child abuse is. Because I think sometimes we don't think about certain things as child abuse. So of course we know physical abuse is child abuse. Where, you know, you're leaving marks and stuff. Like I used to work with child welfare, and some of the things we used to look at is was the punishment appropriate for the situation or the age of the child when looking at how they were being disciplined. And then like emotional abuse and psychological abuse. I think that's one that's harder to prove because if you live in an environment where that's where, you know, what you're used to, it doesn't seem like abuse. It's just like, oh, that's just my family. So that's kind of a harder
abuse.
one. Huh?
I said yes, but it's still abuse.
Right. So emotional abuse is more of kind of that. It's not just like saying something here and there to the kids. It's more of, you know, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, and kind of trying to break them. You know what I mean? And
You know,
keeping them in a place where they're afraid.
Criticism, just
yeah.
beating them down.
And I
Right.
can't even see that. Our babies didn't ask to be here. That's what's most important. They didn't ask to be here. You know, and if you're not going to take care of them and love them, and that's mentally, because that mental abuse can really, that emotional, that can really rock a child's mental.
Right. It's traumatic. And so you're
Yes.
living, it's more than, it's like past criticism in the place that the child is afraid. You can tell that they're afraid. You know, they're walking on eggshells. Oh, I can't, if I, you know, don't clean up after I eat, then this is going to happen or that's going to happen. They're afraid of what might happen. So it's living in a constant fear, which that's, you know, if you think about like PTSD, that's one of the, you know, things with PTSD is having that fear, having that fight or flight response triggered all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell too, and it's so sad when you see a kid who is nervous, very nervous about, you know, any little thing. I have seen it before. A kid be super nervous if they drop something on the floor and they, you know, they don't want to get in trouble. So, you know, it's like a paranoia thing. And who has installed that fear in you like that?
Yeah.
Right. And what did they do to you to get you to that point?
Yeah.
Because that's not something that automatically happens.
My thing is, Nikki, I look at the adult in the situation. What are you going through as an adult that you think that you have to punch down on a baby? Our children are here to learn because they won't be children forever. That's what I think that people don't realize when they're abusive. One day that child will grow up and they're going to remember every single time you've put them in a place of fear and panic and emotional distress. That child will grow up. So my thought is that person that's abusive, that's the person that I want to talk to. Like, what's going on with you? I know hurt people, but it's a child.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Hurt people, because a lot of people never got help for their abuse. And a lot of times they think that it's the right way because that's the only way they ever knew.
That's sad.
Or there's some mental health issues, or there's some substance use issues, or it can be about control and power.
Right.
This is the only thing that I can control and I have power and control over in my life.
Again, that child will eventually grow up. And, you know, I have children. We all have children. And I have stepchildren. And I don't even call them stepchildren. I have children, period. But they have a different mother other than me. And I can't imagine treating a child, my child or anyone else's child, ugly like that, because I wouldn't want to pass that on. You know, it's just like domestic violence. It's just like, you know, I don't want my daughters growing up thinking that it's okay to be punched on by their spouse. So I'm going to get out that situation if I find myself in there. Same holds true for child abuse.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that, because exposure to domestic violence is child abuse.
Right.
It is.
So it's like, if, you know, if I go in, if the police are called to a house where there is some domestic violence happening, if the kids are in the house, you can be charged with child endangerment.
Right.
Because they're seeing this. Yes. There's a couple things.
Not in Texas.
They're seeing this happen. And so they could repeat that pattern or think it's okay. Number two, a lot of kids try to get in the middle of it and end up getting hurt, because I'm trying to help the parent, you know, whatever parent is getting hurt. And now I've gotten hurt because I jumped in the middle.
Right.
I didn't even think about domestic violence and if the police come, because I know it doesn't happen in now it may happen in other states, but it doesn't happen in Texas. If there's a domestic violence situation and a child is in the house, number one, somebody's going to jail. Somebody's going to jail whenever there's a domestic violence situation. But I don't know. I'd have to look it up and see if people are being charged for child abuse, as they should, because whoever's the aggressor, you are actually harming that child as well.
And I can see why it would be child endangerment.
I can too.
Because think about it. If two adults are fighting, anything could happen in that fight.
Right.
You know, accidents happen. Kids, like you said, Nikki, they jump in and try to stop. You know, kids get hurt. They can get seriously hurt, because when two big grown adults are fighting, you're not really conscious of kids being around you. So it is dangerous. It's very dangerous for kids.
It is. It is.
And if there's any weapons involved, that heightens it. Substances involved, that heightens it. You know, the risk of something happening. So so that is a form. I don't think people think about that. That is a form of child abuse.
I had never thought about it. I'm going to be honest with you. I hadn't thought about that being a form of child abuse, but I can see why it is.
Neglect is a form of child abuse. So physical neglect, where, you know, the child's not clean, they don't have clean clothes on, they don't have the right clothes for the seasons. Emotional neglect, where you're depriving the child of emotion, you know, like an emotional connection. Educational neglect, which I think people don't think about, where the child's not attending school and doing the things they need to do at school. And then also medical neglect, which I think people don't think about either. They're not getting the medical care that they need.
All right.
And dental care. You know, children need to go to the dentist as well. They need to go to the doctor and the dentist.
When I worked in child welfare, that was one of the things when I got because I used to I did a lot in child welfare, but one of the things I did was investigations, and I would go out and investigate the child abuse or neglect. And the first thing I did when I got the information was contact the school, get records, and contact their doctors and get records.
Yeah.
Some things that seem so common just ain't common. You understand? Like, common sense ain't so common. You got grown-ups who don't even go to the doctor, so they fail to take. I knew some. I actually knew some people. Like, I don't go to the doctor. Well, do you take your kids? Yeah, all right. They don't need, you know. It's like kids got to get vaccinated, got to get, you know, checkups.
They
got to
need
cleaning twice a year. Like, and these are habits that you that you instill in your children as they grow up,
Yes.
so they know when they have to go off on their own. I gotta do my wellness appointment every year. I gotta go get my teeth cleaned twice a year. I gotta get my eyes checked. These are just regular fanatics of being an adult.
It
Right.
is.
I
And
had a 13-year-old who was I had to remove her from the home for medical neglect because she was on dialysis, and there was a special diet that she was supposed to be following. There was medications she was supposed to take, and then you have to go into the clinic and get on the machines. And when we pulled, the doctors called it in because they're mandated reporters. And when I pulled the records, she hadn't filled the medication in 6 or 8 months. The child has missed several appointments to come in. She was eating whatever. So, it's if you're not following that diet, when you get on that machine to get clean, your kidneys to get cleaned, it hurts really bad.
oh wow.
So they could tell that she wasn't,
Oh.
on eating what she's supposed to be eating because she'd be in so much pain during the appointments. And so
Horrible.
yeah, when we had a meeting with the team and the parent, she's like, well, she's 13. She knows how to she can do that stuff. She cannot do that stuff.
How's she gonna get there at 13? And who's buying the groceries? And who's cooking the food? I need people to grow up.
She's like, she knows she has to take care
of the baby. Please take care of that baby.
Yeah. She's like, she knows how to take her medicine. She's 13, but you're not even getting the medicine. How's she gonna take it? She can only eat what you put in the household. So that's the kind of thing.
That's why, Nikki, you the most. Yeah. Because see, baby, the way I would have just snapped out on that lady and choked her out.
Yeah, Miss Morningstar, we're not equipped to do stuff.
I can't do it.
No.
I can't do it.
We will stay in corporate America and
I'm
deal
gonna
with
stay
them children
in my
there.
lane because I can't stand. That's one thing I can't deal with: a person who mistreats children.
Me either.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just kind of an education thing. I feel like, because I had another couple who the mom was 21, the dad was 22, and they had a baby who had a feeding tube and had some medical issues. And they just didn't know, they're young. Yeah. It's their first child and they really didn't know how to do it. And so I went and I talked to them and I talked to them about putting him into care voluntarily so we wouldn't have to take him out. And
what is care about voluntarily? What does that mean?
So it's like, I won't have to go and get court orders to take your child out the house. If you sign paperwork, then we'll take them out. We put them in a home with a nurse, and then we put them in classes.
Oh, that's smart.
So, yeah. So they volunteer because I'm like, you're to the point now where it's gonna happen. It's better if you volunteer to do it versus we go to court and do it.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to get your baby back after you take the classes and can prove to the courts that you're equipped.
Right.
Okay.
And so it's like, let's come up with this plan. Here's what I can do for you, to help you with this. You all go to, because this is hard. You're young. I would have a hard time with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he had to have a couple of surgeries as well. So it's like, here's what we can do. While he's getting all this stuff done, he's with the nurse. She's, she works with children. And the nurse was like, I'm going to make sure y'all get y'all child back. She, and she was working with them.
I didn't even know that was an option, but that is really good. That's, I think that young adults, young parents, especially if they have a child that's sick, it should be mandatory for them to take courses and classes so they know how to treat their child. Seriously,
right?
It has nothing to do with, you're a bad parent. It's about you getting the knowledge that you need to be an excellent parent, the parent that your child deserves.
And I had to transport him. I had to take him to his appointments as the social worker. I had to go to classes to learn how to clean the tube. What happens if the tube slips out? How do I put it back? I was like, what? I'm in my 20s as well at this point.
And just a baby. Oh,
and I have looked so nervous.
Yes, I would be terrified. However, Nikki, you've got that type of spirit. And there are people out here that can absolutely do this. And they
We
do.
can all do it for our child.
Oh, baby.
Right. We had to, we would learn. And there's no manual and that's what people also got to understand. There is no manual that comes with raising a child or becoming a parent. I think everybody could use, in a perfect world, everybody could use a little bit of education coming into being a parent, just to understanding of how you go about this, because it's a journey.
It's not for the weak.
It is not for the weak at all.
No, it is not.
I used to have 50 plus children on my caseload, all different ages, female, male, whatever. And I worked with them for years. But when I had my own child, and I have nieces and nephews and all that, but having your own child is different. Having that child in the house with you is a whole. I feel like I didn't know nothing. I'm like, wait a minute.
I've been doing this for years. I don't know how to do it. Right. Yes.
She has something going on. I'm calling everybody like, wait, she's doing this. Is that right? Like, should she be doing that? Right. So I feel like child abuse awareness and prevention is a community thing. It's an everybody thing, right? It's not just that one person. It's let me see what some of these indicators are. Let me see what, some of these signs are, so I can say something, so I can go see if that person needs help. I feel like it's everybody's responsibility.
It is.
Yes.
We've been saying it takes a village all our lives, and it does. Mm-hmm. It takes a village. And if you're a parent and you need that type of support, reach out to your families. Reach out. And if you don't have any family, baby, reach out to your local communities.
Mm-hmm. There's no time to be embarrassed. There's no time to be embarrassed or, feeling guilty or any of that. Get help if you need help. Ask somebody to help you. Yeah. If you can't do it, ask a family member, like, can you take the baby for a few weeks? I can't get it together. I'm having some trouble. I need to go get some help. Like, ask for help.
Please do. Please. Your child will thank you. Kids only want to be loved. They want and they need to be nurtured and loved properly. Let's take a quick commercial break so we can come back and do a deep dive into this. You are listening to Our Plugs, a Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. You guys stay tuned, please.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Please do.
Hi everyone, I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugsllc.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. Today we are here with our resident counselor, Nikki, and we are discussing child abuse awareness and prevention. This is Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month, and we're doing a deep dive into some things that I think every one of us can actually use and, put it into our database and use moving forward. Go ahead, Nikki.
Okay, perfect. So part of prevention is knowing what you're looking for or knowing what kind of the indicators are of something's going on, right? So physical indicators are unexplained injuries where you're asking what happened and it's always something different. I fell down the steps, I hit my hand on the door, something happened, that's every time there's an explanation for it, but it doesn't seem like it fits whatever it is that's wrong.
Yeah. The clear indicator.
Mm-hmm. Frequent bruises or burns. People like to put cigarettes out on kids' bodies. So it might not be in places where you can see it. It might be on the torso or the legs, places that are covered. And that's going to be painful. So if they're jumping all the time, there might be something going on under there. Same thing with bruises. They like to do things in places where you're not going to see it.
That's just,
I have no words.
I am stuck right now because that's just cruel. What do you mean a cigarette, baby? What?
Yeah. I've had situations where people were putting a cigarette out and there'd be like little cigarette burns, and it makes it's a distinctive look. So you know what I mean? It's not like it's just a regular burn.
I think that people that do that should, well, I can't say it because we're on the radio. But,
if you at that level, and yeah, I'm with you right where you are, Kitty. All of that.
Yeah.
They got broken bones. I tripped and fell on the steps. I fell off my bike. I was skating and I did this or that.
No way.
Stuff like that.
Now I'll say this, if you run into a child that's always bumping into something, you see bruises all the time, and that child doesn't wear glasses, they're hello. One thing about it is, children will fall. They will fall. They always fall. But you might want to go get your child's eyes checked to make sure that they can see. But if you are a grandparent, an auntie, a neighbor, a friend, and you see that this child is walking around terrified and banged up and bruised up, please be a friend to the child,
right,
and turn them in. I don't care who it is. Turn them in. Go ahead.
Or even like leaving the kids in a car unattended in hot cars and stuff like that. That happens. It happens more than we think it does. I was just going to run in there, but the child is in a hot car and it's hot outside.
Baby, you can't do that in the state of Texas, baby. And people have broken into cars. They've broken the windows to get these babies out because what are you doing?
I would.
Right.
I would too.
Ain't no way. I would walk past and be like, I'm minding my business. Absolutely not.
That's the one time that I'm going to be a Karen and be like, okay,
I don't even call
I'm gonna walk into
Karen.
the
I call
store
that
and
humane.
yell as loud as I can. There's a child in the car, and before I call the police, come get your baby.
Mm-hmm.
That was a conversation I had with my daughter immediately as soon as my grandson got. Do not ever. I don't care if you do. Just run into the. Well, Ma, I got to take him out. Well, then don't take him. Let him stay.
Exactly.
Baby, look, I would get out, pump of gas, my baby on my hip, and we'll walk there, and then I take you right out the car seat, walk in there, pay for gas.
Yes,
or,
I even take you out the car
I
seat.
have my card on. I ain't going. No, you ain't going.
If I didn't have my card or I couldn't pay outside, I just went somewhere else.
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna leave her for not 1 second.
Not 1 minute. Not 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I know we had a situation where this lady was going to daycare and she had a toddler and she had just had an infant. And she left the toddler in the car to drop the infant off at the daycare. Like they weren't going to tell nobody. And she was just crying because the daycare called us. And it's like, well, what did you think was going? You cannot leave the child in the car.
You can't do that.
And she and her husband, when I went to their home and I was talking to them and talking to them about the situation, the husband was all blaming her and stuff. I was like, well, she needs help. What can you do to help her? Like it's both, they're not just her kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was going in on her like, I can't believe you did this. You got these people in her life. He was just going in. And I'm like, no, you played a part in this as well, because she's clearly overwhelmed.
I was going to
Clearly.
say overwhelmed. Because that can't happen, especially with new mothers too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The little one
two little ones.
Yeah,
2 little ones.
Yeah, the baby. I think the little one was 2 years old, and then they had the baby, and the 2-year-old was popping. 2-year-olds pop. They don't just sit there nice and quiet. They're busy.
They call them terrible twos for a reason, and I'm quite sure that mother was going through it. Do you guys remember that lady? What was her name? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forget it. Andrea. It was in Texas. I'm gonna look it up. She unalived 7 of her babies. 7 of them. She drowned them in a bathtub. The husband worked for NASA. And
I remember
she
that.
was you remember, stay-at-home mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she is, I know she went to prison, but I think she went to a mental, because she had lost it.
Postpartum is real. Postpartum is real.
She had 7 children.
Yeah.
And he didn't get her any help, and she was asking for help.
Mm-hmm.
The family came out and said that she would ask, and he would tell her, no, you're their mother. But he would get up and go to work every day. You getting up, going to work, and you having you got a life outside of this, and she's at home with 7 children.
Right. And postpartum does not just go away because the kids get older. If you don't get help, it's still there.
It was Andrea Yates. I remember that because I felt really bad for her. Not that I was mortified that she unalived all of her babies. But there were so many clear signs that her family even said, she was asking for help. The husband refused to give help. Oh, and he's remarried.
Oh, of course.
Let me go ahead and drink my coffee.
She wasn't in the right state of mind. I mean, who could be doing some stuff like that? She had to be out.
Yes, she unalived her babies in a bathtub.
Yeah.
And he came home and he, said he called the police, found his kids, but you're gone, sun up to sundown.
Mm-hmm.
And you left the kids. Wait, these kids were homeschooled at that.
Yes. That's too much.
Some people cannot handle it. So why put them through that? And I feel for those babies, beautiful babies, and I feel for her as well, because she obviously was suffering.
Right. Yeah, there's been a lot of stories like that lately. Well, where people are leaving their kids home by themselves. It was a story recently. A 1-year-old was left home while the mom was gone for like 12 hours or something. I forgot where and he was eating roaches and ants, and he didn't make it.
I heard that. I read that.
but they're leaving these small children by themselves. And somebody went to Mexico to go pick up a car and left some children home. Somebody else went to the club and left the baby in the car. Like, it was a lot of different stuff that's been happening lately, which is another reason why this was kind of on my mind to talk about. Yeah.
What would put you in your right mind to
Mexico?
leave your 1-year-old home? Your 1-year-old? Like, yeah.
That's, to me, that you don't want that child, and you didn't want that child, no one else to take that child, because why are you leaving a 1-year-old at home? That child, that, oh girl.
And this is what scares me about what's happening now with and this is why there were laws put in place and policy written so that people could make their own decisions about their body, because making someone have kids is not helpful.
Exactly.
This is what happens when they feel like when they don't have other options.
Yeah, when you've got them stuck thinking that I don't have any other choice. I had to have this child. And why make somebody have a child if they don't want it? If they don't want to have a child, oh my goodness, imagine what that child will go through not being wanted. It's not like you're going to change this person's mind. Let me give you this, you have this child, and down the road, you're going to change your mind. Not everybody will.
Yeah.
Right. And can you imagine the stuff that the child's going to hear? Like, I didn't want you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want this.
And that's how it ended up happening, when that quiet abuse that you spoke about earlier, where it's not always visible, that emotional abuse of saying things like, I don't like you anyway, you ugly, you this, or being evil to the child. You might not physically put your hands on them, but you are mentally tearing them apart, emotionally tearing them apart, and that creates a psychological effect.
Yeah, tearing them down is never okay.
Never.
Right. So some other signs, emotional or behavioral signs, are extreme withdrawal or fearfulness, aggression, anger, or sudden outbursts, regression. So like they're 7, but now they're wet in the bed again.
Yeah.
Or they're stuck in their thumb, stuff like that. Anxiety, depression, or hypervigilance. And in kids, depression doesn't look like the depression that we see in adults, where we're kind of withdrawn and we're kind of, emotions are kind of low and you're crying or you're sleeping a lot or eating a lot. In kids, it becomes behavior sometimes. It's not necessarily the depression that we see in adults.
Yeah.
So, it's anger and different behaviors acting out.
And when you see these type of behaviors in a child, say you're the other parent, you guys don't live in the same household, it really is best that you try and get a handle on that prior to something tragic happening. Take the time out. I say this to any parent that's not actually raising your child. Pay attention to how your child is interacting with that other parent. And if you need to step in. That child needs you more than anybody else on this planet will ever need you. And that is for mothers and fathers. A child needs to be loved. Go ahead, Nikki.
And if your child is afraid to go to the other parent's house, like they're not just saying, I don't want to go because they get to do better stuff at your house. It's really, you can see something in them that they saying, I don't want to go.
Then don't make
force it. Don't force it. Talk to them. See what's happening over there. You know what I mean? Don't force them to go to a situation that they don't want to go into.
There's a reason. Children will tell you without telling you. And if they tell you they don't want to go and they are throwing a fit about going,
don't make them.
Don't make them go. Because obviously there's something wrong. Go ahead.
Right. And you don't know who they got in that household. We have got to get back to really co-parenting and really talking to each other and not just being upset, that this didn't work out and I'm mad because you got somebody over there and all that stuff. We need to let all that go. It's about the kids still.
It really is.
Yeah.
I keep saying it. That child won't be a child for forever. And everything that parent, that abusive parent or step parent or girlfriend or whatever, boyfriend, whatever you're doing to a child, eventually they will grow up.
Right. And that's this too, even for single parents, be very cautious who you bring around your kids.
Please do.
Don't think every time you get a new girlfriend, boyfriend that they have the first, you got to introduce them to your children. Don't take a long time.
And maybe a couple years after you've done a background check.
Make sure it's serious, right, before you involve your children. I can't stand to see people bringing a new man or a woman home and bringing them in the house and telling the kids, "This your new daddy,"
right?
And
ain't done background check the first.
Yeah,
right.
There was a case in Houston a couple years ago where a friend of his, is one of his friends. This was up in town, but you know what I'm finna talk about.
I know what you want to talk about.
I know. And he let his friend come sleep on his couch because his friend was having a hard time, couldn't find whatever, and he needed a place to stay. And they allowed that friend to start taking their daughter to school. One day she didn't show up to school. She showed up under a bridge from a friend. When I say do background checks, I don't care who it is. Do a background check.
Even enough. Because sometimes people can have a squeaky background.
You're right. Until they get caught.
Nasty thoughts in their head.
Until they get caught.
Don't just bring anybody around. You study people and don't leave your kid alone with none of these weirdos.
And I remember growing up, and my daddy and my mama were vigilant. We never sat on a man's lap.
Heck no.
No.
That little girl does not even your daddy.
I didn't sit.
I didn't sit on my daddy's lap.
I mean, maybe when I was very little, but
when I was a baby,
of age,
walking and talking,
and you couldn't come out your room without your robe on.
Right.
Hello.
Yes. It wasn't I just got a nightgown on. No, go put your robe on. My
go
daddy
put some clothes on.
Go put your robe on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clothes on.
And it's not to say that anything is wrong with your father. It's not to say that anything's wrong with your uncle. It's to say that I have enough love and respect for my child as a girl or a boy to tell you don't sit on a man's lap, boy or girl.
Nope.
You don't sit.
That was not allowed.
First of all, grandma said, get up out grown folks' business. You don't need to be over here while we over here talking. Unless
that is number one.
That's number one. Why are you here? What's going on? Go find your child. Stay in a child's place.
My mother used to be good for that. Can I help you?
Can I help you? While I'm talking? And don't have me on the phone. My mom, baby, my mother was on the phone and we were talking to her, you was going to get in trouble when you got off. Yeah. When she got off that phone, it was going to be a problem. You saw me on the phone, right? So, it's a matter of training our children on being aware, not only in their household, but in other people's households. Like if they go spend the night with cousins, same thing holds true. You don't sit on anybody's lap. You make sure that you put on your clothes before you leave up out the bathroom.
That's right.
And it's training your children to stay away from danger, period.
Right.
And if anybody has an issue with that, then you really need to look at them like, what's going on with you that you got a problem with it?
Yeah.
It's boundaries. It's teaching them boundaries. You don't need to be in everybody's space. You need to, and I had an issue with my neighbor. We've been living next door for a long time, but he tried to have my child come sit on his lap. He's other. And she was, I think at the time, maybe 2 or 3. And I'm like, no, sir, we don't do that. And I tried to say it nicer the first time. And you gonna act like you still gonna tell her to come over? No, sir, we don't do it. And now you gotta go.
Yeah. No.
And he was upset.
Oh well.
I know.
I didn't care.
The one thing that my parents would tell us is, I'd rather be safe than sorry. He can get over it. What my child could not get over is being abused.
Right.
That grown up, if you got feelings about me telling you that no, my child will not sit on your lap, or no, no, I don't really care.
What? Any decent grown adult man is not going to want a young lady or boy,
a child
to come sit on their lap. They just wouldn't.
Right.
It's just not.
Especially somebody else's child. Like I don't even want that type of heat.
Whenever my daughter had a sleepover, my husband didn't stay in the same area with the kid. I mean, I remember she had a sleepover and they did a cooking show, and he had bought all the kids little chef outfits, and they cooked.
So cute.
In the kitchen, they did a whole little thing, and then that was their entertainment. And he was gone. He was like, "Yeah, the rest is on you."
Yeah,
right.
You know. Because he's like, I don't be around all these young ladies. They, and it's
them little girls,
his nieces and his nieces and his little cousins, but still, they little.
Yeah. T. Wiz says some people now teach their kids to be their friends. Look, let's dispel this right now. Your kids can be your friends when they're grown. When they are grown, paying their own bills and on their own, y'all.
And it's a limit to that. Sure.
And they thank you. There is a limit to that.
Don't go too far.
I ain't one of your little friends.
Because I still don't go too far. My mama said,
baby,
who are you talking to? I
was just gonna say, who you talking to?
What I was trying to say, Mom.
I was trying to be clear, but I'm sorry if it came out rough. But what I was trying to say, Mother,
what I meant was,
yes, we don't, not to say that you can't be friendly with your child and have a great relationship, but you don't blur the lines between being a parent and being a friend.
Right.
Your child deserves a parent. Your child needs a parent all the way up until they become an adult and a self-sufficient adult. Let me be clear, where they're paying their own bills. And they are in their own home and they are taking care of themselves. And hopefully you're giving them the tools to get there. But thank you, T. Wiz, for that contribution. You're absolutely correct.
And I think parenting, as we all know, it never really stops. It changes, but
baby, my oldest is almost 40. Girl, please, it don't stop. My oldest.
Girl, look.
But that's good. That's the relationship you want to have. But it's important for safety to set boundaries and to, teach them things like that. Don't make your child hug everybody. There's no need for that. People be like, "Oh, give him a hug." No.
And ain't no kissing on this. No.
Yeah, no.
So nowadays, people got germs. Don't kiss my babies at all.
Right.
Even my grandbabies. Look, people got germs. No.
We do a high five. We do a fist pump. We
all of that.
All in here.
That's all good.
That's all good. But you shouldn't be kissing on a child. Period. Now, if it's your child, of course, you want to give them a kiss and a hug. But you shouldn't be kissing on. No.
Yeah.
So I hope y'all wrote these down. Number one is what? Don't let your child sit on anybody's lap.
Please. That's just weird. That's weird to me.
That is weird.
Number two, what would you say, Nikki? No hugs. Don't force your child to
Don't force your child to hug all these folks and let them kiss
somebody, especially people they don't really know. Like if it's okay, I'm hugging grandpa. Hey, grandpa. Hugging
that's
uncle.
Different.
Hey, uncle. I ain't seen you. I mean, but don't just be like, oh, this is my new friend Bob. Go ahead and give him a hug.
Bob better go on. Bob better go on. Go on now, Bob. And then what would be number three? If you're questioning some things and you're not sure, reach out and get help.
Yes, please. And don't feel guilty. Don't feel like you should know better. You should know everything. Don't feel embarrassed. Everybody needs help sometimes.
Absolutely. There's no rule book. Go ahead, Ms. Morningstar.
Let's teach our kids the word boundary so they understand what boundaries are. When they are not around you, they understand the guidelines to boundaries so that they can try to get themselves away from abusive situations.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah. And they understand. Like, people think kids don't understand, but they understand. I've been probably talking to my child like that since she was 2 or 3, since she could talk. I never talked to her like a baby. It was all, you know, and she asked me stuff, I explained to her. She's been asking me a lot more, what does this mean? Or what does that mean? If she hears a word or she reads a word, if she doesn't know it, you know, she'll ask questions now, because I'm like, don't be out here saying stuff you don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, ask what it means. So we talk about boundaries, we talk about different coping skills, we talk about, and she understands. You just have to talk to her in a way that she can pick it up.
Yeah.
That's Mindy Nicole over there.
Oh, baby. I cannot wait until she gets down here and meets my block A so she can get him on.
Whole conversation.
Right.
Baby, I hope he's ready, because she's finna get him right on together. Nikki, as always, what a great topic. Thank you for bringing this to the family, bringing it out so people can talk about this and recognize some of the signs, just to keep our babies safe. They deserve to be safe. They deserve to grow up in a world that they don't have to be fearful. So thank you, as always, Counselor Nikki, for your wisdom. Any last words?
Yes. Children, 9 times out of 10, are not going to directly communicate that something's wrong. So it's up to you to catch the little signs and you know, things that are happening with them and questioning it, because they normally don't just come out and tell you. You know, every now and again they might, but most of them do not. So pay attention. And just keeping our babies safe is a community, you know, thing. It's for everybody to do, not just one person.
Yes, ma'am. It takes a village. Miss Morningstar, can you please take us home?
Absolutely. Great show today. Thank you, Counselor Nikki, for all the information. It was very, very good information, good tools for us as we can take out into the world, guys, and make sure we try to educate the next person. That's what it's about. Yes. Holly Springs, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you, guys, as always, coming through on this Hump Day Wednesday. Enjoy y'all day. Make sure you get some sunshine. Enjoy it. Be the best you can be. Get that money, because that itch is happening, and get it the legal way. And be safe in these streets.
File your extensions.
That's right. You file your extensions. I ain't paying them. Whatever. And make sure you come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We gonna have DJ and the Real Duce in the building, because we gonna be all about that political tea.
Yes,
it's a lot going on, y'all. So y'all come back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see y'all. Thank you, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We love you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.